Hi guys, good day. It's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class, it's all about problem solving involving arithmetic series. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So this is already part 2 of our video. So the part 1 class is we are solving basic arithmetic series. So feel free to see the link in the description down below on how to solve basic arithmetic series. Once again, if you're dealing with arithmetic series, you're looking for the sum. So this is the formula. So we have two formulas. First, we have the S sub n equals n bracket a sub 1 plus the last term a sub n divided by 2. So once again, S sub n here is the sum, n is the number of terms, a sub 1 is the first term, a sub n is the last term divided by 2. And the second formula, so once again, we use this first formula if we have the value of the last term. Always remember this one. We will be using the first formula if we do have the value of the last term. But if we don't have the value of the last term, we will be using this formula. So that would be the sum equals n is the number of terms divided by 2, bracket, 2 times the first term plus quantity n is the number of terms minus 1 times the common difference, then bracket. So let's try number 1. Find the sum of each of the following. Number 1, integers from 1 to 50. Alright, we're looking for the sum of the integers from 1 to 50. So number 1, we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, so on, plus 49 plus 50. So we're looking for the sum of integers from 1 up to 50. Check, do we have the first term? Yep, we have the first term, which is 1. So our a sub 1 is 1. Do we have the last term? Yep, we do have the last term. What will be the last term, class? That's correct, that is 50. We have the last term, so our a sub n is 50. Do we have n? N is the number of terms. So let's always check this formula, class, the first formula, because this is easy to solve than the second formula. So you always check this formula if all are given, n, a sub 1, and the last term. So you can use the formula. Do we have n, the number of terms? Yep, we have the number of terms. You are told to add the integers from 1 to 50. So the number of terms, there will be 50 terms. Alright, so therefore we can use this formula. So S sub n or S sub 50, looking for the sum of the 50 terms, equals the n, the number of terms. So let me just write the formula. So S sub n equals n times the first term plus the last term divided by 2. So S sub 50, the sum of the 50 terms, n is the number of terms, we have 50, and our first term is 1 plus the last term is 50 divided by 2. Alright, so this will be S sub 50, the sum of the 50 terms, 50 times 1 plus 50, that would be 51 divided by 2. Alright, in this part, class, you can multiply 50 by 51 and then divide it by 2. Or we can cancel, we can divide 50 by 2. Since 50 is divisible by 2, we can actually divide 50 by 2. 50 divided by 2, that is 25. It's better, class, if you can reduce this one so that your number will be, you have least number, and it's easy for you to multiply. Because if you multiply 50 and 51, you will be having large numbers, and then you divide it by 2, you will actually get the same answer. 50 times 51 divided by 2 is the same with 25 times 51. So since we can divide 50 by 2, so we can reduce this one. So 50 divided by 2 is 25. 50 divided by 2 is 25. 2 divided by 2 is 1. We can actually put 1 here, but that's okay. You can cancel this out. So we have 25. So 25 times 51. So 51 times 25. So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 25. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. So our answer, we add 5, bring down 5, 7, 2, 1. 1,000. So the sum of 50 numbers, that would be 1,000 from 1 to 50, 1,275. That's it, class. That's how you answer number 1. Easy, right? All right, so let's answer number 2. So let's answer number 2. So for number 1, that's 1,275. Let me just write it here. 1,275. We'll just put S sub n. S sub n is 1,275. Alright, let's try number 2. Add integers from 1 to 100. Add integers. So what are the add integers, class? Did you give me the add integers? That's correct. Starting from 1, of course 1 is included because it says from 1 up to 100. So we have 1 plus, what will be the next add integer, class? That's correct. That's 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus, we have, what will be the last number, class? That's 99. So the last integer before 100, from 1 to 100, there would be 99. 100 is not an add integer because 100 can be divided by 2. Okay, add integers, numbers that cannot be divided by 2. It's not divisible by 2. So the last number is 99. Alright, so these are add integers. I hope you already know add integers. Add integers, the numbers, those numbers cannot be divided by 2. It's not divisible by 2. So we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, so on and so forth. Last number will be 99. So do we have our first term? So our first term is 1. We have our first term. 1 is included because it says from 1. Do we have the last term? Yep, we have the last term, which is 99. Okay, we have the first term, we have the last term. Do we have n? Alright, what would be the numbers, class? What would be n here? From 1 to 100. What would be the n here? That's correct. Our n is 50. We have 50 add integers from 1 to 100. Okay, we have 51 integers from 1 to 100, and we have 50 even integers from 1 to 100. Okay, I hope you know that we have 50 integers from 1 to 100 and 50 even integers from 1 to 100. So our n is 50. So it will take time if you do it this way. If we write the numbers 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 18, we already know that the numbers, half of 100, that is 50. Okay, because we have 50 numbers, 50 odd numbers from 1 to 100, and we have 50 even integers from 1 to 100. Alright, so we can use this formula. So S sub n equals n quantity first term plus the last term times divided by 2. So S sub 50, so the sum of the first 50 add integers from 1 to 100, so n is 50, times the first term is 1 plus the last term is 99, and then divided by 2. Alright, so S sub 50 equals 50 times 1 plus 99, that's 100, divided by 2. Alright, so we can reduce this one, 50 and 2, or we can divide 100 by 2, then multiply it by 50. That's the same, class. So let's just reduce this one. Okay, 50 and 2, we can reduce this one. 50 divided by 2, that would be 25. So this will be S sub 50 equals 25 times 100. And it's easy for us to multiply 25 times 100. If you multiply 100 or numbers with zeros, simply add the zeros. Okay, if this is 25 times 100, this will be, S sub 50 will be 2,500. Just add 2 zeros. Okay, so if you multiply this one, 100 times 25, 5 times 0, 0, 5 times 0, 0, 5 times 1 is 5, 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 1 is 2. So same answer, 2,500. So simply, rules of 0, if you multiply a number by 0, so like 100, like 10, just count the number of zeros. So 225 times 100, count how many zeros? 2 zeros, so you add 2 zeros. So 2,500. Alright, so that's the answer for number 2. S sub n, the sum is 2,500. Alright, let's try number 3. So number 3 class, even integers between 1 to 101. So what are those even integers? Numbers that are divisible by 2. So let's start with 2 plus 4, since we're getting the sum, plus 6 plus 8, alright, plus we have, what would be the last number class? From 1 to 100, that would be 100, right? Because 100 is divisible by 2. And 100 is an even integer. Alright, so do we have the first term? Yep, we have the first term, which is 2. Do we have the last term? Yep, we have the last term, which is 100. Our last number will be 100. Do we have n? Yep, we have n. The numbers will be 50. Half of 100, that's 50. We have 50 numbers. We have 50 even integers from 1 to 100. From 1 to 101, and we have 50 integers from 1 to 100. Add integers and even integers. So that's 50 and 50. Alright, so once again, we have 50 integers from 1 to 101, 50 terms. So it will be more complicated if you write those numbers. Just remember this one. From 1 to 101, we have 50 integers. Since you are looking for between, so therefore 100 is included. Between 1 to 101. So 2 is the first term, and 100 is the last term, and the number of terms that is 50. So the formula S of n equals n times the first term plus a sub 1 added by the last term divided by 2. So S sub 50 terms, the sum of 50 even integers between 1 to 100. So n is 50 times the first term is 2, the last term is 100 divided by 2. So we have S sub 50 equals 50. Alright, this is 2 plus 100, that's 102 divided by 2. So we can cancel this out, we can reduce this one. 50 divided by 2, this will be 25. Alright, so S sub 50 equals 25 times 102. So let's multiply that. 25 times 102. 102 times 25. So we have 5 times 2 is 10. 0 carry 1. 5 times 0 is 0 plus 1. 5 times 1 is 5. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. So 2,550. 2,550. 2,550. So our S sub n or S sub 50, I will just put S sub n class. You can put S sub 50 or S sub n. I will just put S sub n, so 2,550 for number 3. Alright, so let me erase this one. So we have, oh, this is all 50. So S sub in 2,550. S sub 50, 2,550. So we don't have enough space, class. Just remember the answer, class, 2,550 for number 3. You have that on the video. So let's have this one, number 4. First 25, find the sum of the first 25 terms of the arithmetic sequence. So number 4, do we have the first term given? First term? Yep, we have the first term, which is 4. Do we have the last term? Nope, we don't have the last term, class. Check, we don't have the last term. First 25 terms of the arithmetic sequence, 4, 9, 14, 19, 24. We don't have the last term. Therefore, we cannot find the last term. So we don't have the last term. So therefore, we cannot use this one. Okay, we cannot use this formula. Do we have the, so we will check this one. We have the first term. Do we have n? N class is the number of terms. Yep, we have n because it says first 25 terms. Okay, first 25 terms. So we have 25 terms. N is 25. we have n, we have the first term, we have n, and do we have d, the common difference? Yep. What's the common difference? So we have 4, 19, 14, 4, so we have 4, so 4, 9, 14, 19, 24. So to get the common difference, subtract second term minus the first term. 9 minus 4 is 5, 14 minus 9 is 5, 19 minus 14 is 5, 24 minus 19 is 5. Therefore, the common difference is 5. Alright, so we can use the second formula. We have n, we have the first term, we have n, and we have d. Alright, so we can use this formula. So this will be S sub n, or S sub 25, so since we're looking for the sum of 25 terms. So this will be 4 plus 9 plus 14 plus 19 plus 24, and so on. Alright, so this will be, the n is 25. So 25 over 2 multiplied by the first term. So 2 times the first term is 4, plus n is 25 minus 1 times the common difference is 5. Okay, bracket. So this will be S sub 25. So 25 divided by 2 multiplied by, this is 8. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 25 minus 1, that's 24, times 5. Okay, so 24 times 5, bracket. 24 times 5. So subtract, this is 24. We still have 5. So do not add this one. Multiplication comes first before addition. So multiply this one first before adding 8. So this will be S sub 25 equals 25 over 2. So copy 8 plus 24 times 5. So what will be the answer, class? So 24 times 5, this will be, alright, so this will be 5 times 4 is 20, 0 carry 2. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2, that would be 12. 120. Okay, 8 plus 120. So this will be S sub 25 equals 25 over 2 times 8 plus 120, that's 128. Okay, 8 plus 120, that's 128. So can we reduce this one? Yep, we can reduce 128 by 2. We can multiply 25 times 128 divided by 2, but those are large numbers. So let's reduce 128 by 2. So we can reduce this one. So 128 divided by 2, that would be 64, right? This is 6. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Subtract 0, bring down 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 64. So this will be S sub 25 equals, okay, S sub 25 equals 25 times 64. Let's multiply 25 times 64. 64 times 25. So we have 5 times 4 is 20. 0 carry 2. 5 times 6 is 30. Plus 2, that's 32. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 6 is 12. So bring down 0. Add this one. 8 plus 2 is 10. And then add 3 plus 1 is 4. Plus 2 is 6. Bring down 1. 1,600. So our answer is 1,600. So S sub 25, or the sum of the first 25 terms of this given arithmetic sequence is 1,600. Alright, so that's it, class, for number 4. Alright, so let's try number 5 and 6. So I will be the one who will answer number 6. Then you try to answer number 5, class. You try this one, and you put your answer in the comment section down below. Because number 5 and 6, they have the same solution. So let me try number 6, then you try number 5, class. And you put your answer in the comment section down below. So for number 6, numbers between 1 and 81, which are divisible by 4. So therefore, if it's divisible by 4, we can divide that number by 4. So we will start between 1 to 81, we will start at 4. plus, what are the numbers divisible by 4? Let's have 8. Multiples of 4, class. 4, 8 plus 12 plus 16. What else? So we have plus, what would be the last number, class, before 81? Of course, the number that is divisible by 4, that would be 80, right? Because we can divide 80 by 4. 80 divided by 4, that would be 20. Okay? Because 20 times 4, that is 80. So therefore, the last number, it should be 80. So check, can we use this formula? Do we have the first term? So do we have the first term? Yep, we have the first term. The number between 1 to 81, which is divisible by 4. 1 and 81, which is divisible by 4, is 4. So the first term is 4. Do we have the last term? Between 1 and 81, yep, we have the last term. It's not 81, it's 80. The last term, it is 80. Because 80 is divisible by 4. So the last term is 80. Do we have n? Nope, we don't have n. Alright, so we don't have n. So we don't have this one, this n. And we don't have, of course, we are told to find the sum. We don't have the sum, and we don't have the n. If there are two unknowns, we cannot use this formula. Same as this one, we don't have n and we don't have the sum. So the thing that we will do, class, in numbers 5 and 6, so this is the thing that you will do, we need to find n. Now, how to find n? To find n is we will be using the arithmetic sequence formula. Do you still remember the arithmetic sequence formula? This will be a sub n equals the first term plus n minus 1 times the common difference. Alright, so what would be our last term? We have our last term, so we will be using this one to find n. Same with number 5. So a sub n, the last term is 80. Alright, our last term is 80 equals our first term is 4 plus our n. We are told to find this one. We don't have n. Minus 1 times the common difference, class. If these are the numbers, so for the sequence 4, 8, 12, 16, so the common difference, subtract second term minus the first term. 4, 8 minus 4 is 4. 12 minus 8 is 4. 16 minus 12 is 4. Therefore, the common difference is 4. Alright, so find n. This will be 80 equals 4 plus, distribute this one. 4 times n, that's positive 4n. 4 times negative 1, that's negative 4. Then we can combine this one. So this is 80 equals 4. Arrange. 4n comes first before these numbers. So 4n, then positive 4 and minus 4. So we can cancel this out. Because positive 4 minus 4, that is 0. Okay, so we have 80 equals 4n. To get the value of n, divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4. So our n is 80 divided by 4, that is 20. So therefore, our n is 20. So n is 20. We will put n here is 20. Now, can we use this formula? We have the first term, we have the last term, and we have n. So therefore, we can use this formula. So that's how you solve, class, in problem solving. If the question is like this, you don't have the value of n, use the arithmetic sequence formula to find n. Alright, so we already have our n, so we can now find the sum. So this will be, the sum is, so let me just sum of, so we have n, number of terms, so sum of the first 20 terms, which is divisible by 4, between 1 to 81. So this will be, the first term is 4, the n. I will just simply substitute, class, from this formula, s sub 20, because our the number of terms is 20, we're told to find the sum of 20 terms, so s sub 20. N, class, is the number of terms, so that would be 20, bracket, first term is 4, last term is 80, over, divide 2, so s sub 20 equals 20 times 4 plus 80, that's 84, divide 2. So s sub 20 equals 20. You can reduce this one, class. 20 and 2, we can divide it by 2. So this is 10. So 10 times 84. Once again, if you multiply rules of 0, if you multiply a number by 10, by 100, by 1000, you simply copy the 0. So 84 times 10, that is 840. That's it, class. That's the answer for number 6. 840. Alright, so you try number 5, class. Multiples of 3 from 15 to 45. And you put your answer in the comment section down below. I hope you learned something new today. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe. You share it to your friends, class, and to your classmates so that we can help them. And once again, this is Teacher MJ. Bye-bye!